Hi. My name is Shamanatara Shunya Lungurma Unipingu Guruwiwi Terry Lynn Christine Stafford D. O'Brien. It's kind of a big name, and I've had a big journey with it, and hopefully we'll share over the course of time. But I'm here to tell you another story. My big name relates to my big life, and it's been pretty incredible and amazing. But 14 months ago, I nearly lost it, and I was woken up by the whales in our annual trip at Hervey Bay, where my husband and I have been taking, for the past 8 years, groups out to play and make music and record with the humpback whales on their migration, and mostly the mums and the young babies at the time of year that we go. But in October 2011, we were on day 3 of this journey, and we'd gotten to this place where we get the best whale song that we record, and we were moored for the night on the bay, and I put the headphones on, and I couldn't take them off. And I spent the whole night sitting, listening to the whale song. And about 3 o'clock in the morning, I got this message. And they said, "You have work to do. Your physical body is not making it, so we're bringing you home. Get your affairs in order, say your goodbyes, and we mean, sooner than later." Now, we had 29 people in 3 boats, and I was the matriarch of this expedition, so I had to really sit with this gently and quietly and work out what to do with this information. And went through the various stages of death, the first one being denial, and trying to work out what this meant. But in the process, I then had to reconcile and make peace with all of my life that was now not going to happen, to the future events that were planned, like my daughter was getting married, and I had to reconcile that she would have neither of her parents at her wedding, and that my mother in her 80s, who's trying to get out of her body herself, was going to have to bury yet another child. And as I began to look at these things and looking for the gift in everything, because all of life is a gift and a teaching, I thought, okay, this is what a gift this is really. I've been given this information. I get to die consciously. So I started asking myself questions like, how do I do this graciously? How do I do this? How do I not be a burden on anyone? And, how do I share, this precious gift of life that I have? And when I started asking these kinds of questions and sending out these kinds of prayers, I began to become grateful for each breath. So grateful for the gift of life, and I realized that's what I'd forgotten. And that was the message from the whales that I had to wake up to myself. And so I started to breathe from a place of gratitude. And I started to remember that this is the planet of choice. And as I replayed their message over and over in my mind, they said, "You have work to do. Your body's not making it. We're bringing you home." So when I remembered that we have choice, I chose again. I chose life. I chose gratitude. And I decided to reinvigorate and reestablish and rebalance this physical body so that I could do my work here in this time of this awakening consciousness. When I was given the name Shamanatara 13 years ago by an eagle, it came with a job description, which was the awakener. And over the course of the last 13 years, It's been an interesting journey to get fully embodied in this physical body. And I realized it's a big challenge for many of us to be fully awake and present. But this is the time of awakening. And from making this choice every day, I do my best to wake with the eyes of a child and the wonder and the gift of all of life. I remembered that, we are light, that everything exists within us, that every breath is an opportunity for inspiration, that we begin again. A miracle can happen with each and every breath. As we're mostly space, we can change it. So I'm here to be a living example of that change. We need to be the change because we are everything. Everything that exists outside of us exists inside of us. And if we want to see change in the world, we need to make that change within ourselves. So I'm here to share my tips, my tools, my secrets, my sadness, my joys. But the first message is every breath is sacred. Every breath is an opportunity for a miracle. You can choose again. Grace is instant and imminent. We are never alone. The truth of your heart and that gentle voice inside you will guide you, tell you what you need to know, when you need to know it. The path is well lit. Walk gently with yourselves and others, and together we can create a whole new future. Watch this space. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.